This week, we talked to an actor who painted his bike, loves using it to go between parties, but also has experience being in a bike accident. Take a listen. So, first of all, is this your bike, and can you tell me about it?
Hell yeah, it's my bike, man. I got this because my other bike was stolen because I left it outside a 7-Eleven unlocked for 2 whole seconds at 3 in the morning. And just, yeah, some dudes ripped it and I was super bummed. And so I got this one off some dude on Craigslist, and then I repainted it, or I had to sand it all down and I repainted it, added a bunch of contrasting colors. And then, but then the paint started to like fade and stuff, man. And it started to chip. And can we curse? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it started chipping shit. And then I was like, oh, that's a bummer. And then like there's scuffs there and scuffs there, and so I just started putting stickers on it, man. So I had a bunch of stickers like already, dude. So just like, you know, random like Chicago bands, or just as a band. They're not from Chicago, but that's a band called the Spits. Mm-hmm. And just there's some Midwest shit right there. You see, there's is Hams Midwest? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just beer. I don't know. But yeah, so it's a pretty dope ride, and I hope people can't tell what a nice bike it actually is.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Did you learn any lessons from leaving your bike outside of 7-Eleven?
Yeah, I learned not to leave your bike outside of 7-Eleven.
Yeah, good advice. Good advice.
I learned to lock it up anytime you're not near it, man. Yeah, for real.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
And how long have you been biking, and what got you into it?
Dude, I mean, I've been biking pretty much my whole life, man. I mean, like ever since I was a kid, man, I love riding my bike. And I think for a lot of kids, it's like the first sense of independence you can have. You know what I'm saying, man? It's like you're on the road and you're just by yourself, and it's like freedom. You're just like, yeah. It's like the first time that like you drive in your car like by yourself when you're 16. You're like, whoa, it's like I can do whatever I want right now, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I'm not from Chicago originally. I moved here a long time ago. But even before I moved here, I was like, I know I'm gonna get around on a bike. Like that was always the plan. That was always the intention. And so the first bike I got, I was at a library and I was talking to a stranger, and I said, hey, do you know where I can get a bike? And he's like, follow me to my garage. So I said, all right. And so I followed a stranger to his garage, and he just gave me this beater like mountain bike, and I was like, thanks, dude. I never saw him again. And then
Did you pay him?
No.
He just offloaded a bike on it.
Yeah, he just gave me a bike. I mean, like, you know, I had to give him, you know, one of my body parts or some shit. But no, he was a nice guy. And then like I rode that for a while, and it was like a bunch of beaters up until 2011. In 2011, I finally got like a pretty decent bike. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I'm gonna see how far I can take this into the winter, because I never biked winter before. And then I just rode it, and then all of a sudden it was 2012. And I was like, holy shit, I did my first winter. So I've been riding consistently year round since 2011.
Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah.
And what do you use your bike for? I mean, this is a pretty practical looking bike, but you've also got the drop handlebars. So what does that kind of look like?
Dude, I mean, the drops are just for aesthetics, dude. Like, who's riding the drops, man? You know what I'm saying? Like for real, this is Chicago, dude. Who's gonna ride the drive? Like, for what? So you can have that lean mean, so that way whenever a car pulls in front of you at an intersection, you gotta go up and get. Nah, dude. Listen. I only do this because like the wide bar grips, it's just, I feel like I'm gonna like fall over at every turn. Nah, dude, like I use this for everything, man. Use it for everything, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Like groceries, commuting, what does everything mean if someone's like not sure what you mean by that?
Dude, like groceries and work and just partying, man, just living, dude. And just like, I don't know, man. I mean, look at it. It's a gorgeous day, man. There's not a cloud in the sky. People have their dogs and babies out, dude. There's a train, you know? And it's just like, it's kind of like, I definitely have a natural predilection toward adrenaline. And I think biking can really, really help that out. Yeah. Because like walking sucks, dude. Walking is too slow. Like hiking is for nerds, man. I want to go on a hike for what? For what, dude? So I can put on these stupid REI shoes and look like a goon? Nah, man. Get on the bike, go fast, dude. Have a time. Ride, listen to music, man. So like whenever I'm from Texas originally, man. And when I used to drive a car, I got so many speeding tickets, dude. Oh man, it was a bummer because I'd be listening to punk rock and then like I would go fast. And now I can go fast and listen to punk rock and not get speeding tickets. So it's pretty dope.
That's awesome. That is super cool. And what do you like about biking in Chicago? You mentioned a few of the things, but
biking in Chicago is dope, dude. I mean, like, there's no real hills ever. just pretty cool. The biking infrastructure has really improved over the past 5 years, especially. Like this whole like marked off green paved bike lane in Milwaukee, that's pretty dope.
Show that real quick.
Yeah, man, go for it.
There we go.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the people. Just enjoying, man. So like that's gotten better. Also just like Chicago's on a grid, as so many people know, you know? So it's I don't know. I mean it's other places are better. I've been to Copenhagen, which is like a different world, man. Oh, dude, Copenhagen is so radical because it's like the cars are the bikes in Copenhagen, man. Also, people are just offensively attractive in Copenhagen. Don't go to Copenhagen unless you want to get humbled real quick. Yeah.
That's some good life advice right there. And what do you dislike about biking in Chicago? What do you feel like could be better?
You know, man, I mean, like, it's the same gripes and gropes as any gropes, just the same gripes and moans of any other town, man. It's like, you know, there's that whole binary, you know, animosity of like cars versus bikes and bikes versus cars and, oh, you're my way and, oh, you know, like, whatever. Dude, there's assholes in every sector of life, man. I mean, in Chicago, I think that the more kind of Midwest nice, kind of more passive demeanor can kind of think people, oh, if I don't look at you while I'm running you over, I'm not an asshole. No, you're still an asshole, you know? But I don't know, like Chicago's a great town. It's a great town to bike in, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Kind of rambling.
No, that's okay. That is totally okay. And you mentioned winter biking.
Yeah, dude.
I think that's something that really intimidates people in Chicago. What does that look like for you? Like, how do you prepare for that? What do you do differently? Like, how do you
it's like
get into that?
Be prepared to show up looking like the little brother in A Christmas Story everywhere, dude. That's your life now. You know, it's like, do you want to look like a bundled up ninja with a face mask? And like, I work at schools, man. I've shown up at schools in full face mask and like big like lobster claws and shit, dude. And people have actually reported, they actually like, I got security called to me one time because they're like, there's a strange man here in a full mask just roaming the hallways. And I'm like, I'm here to teach your kindergartners, Jack. Get into it. No, but winter biking is like, dude, as long as you like thicker tires help for sure. If you have like a wide set frame to like accommodate thicker tires, that'll really help a lot. But really, man, just not to be like a cliche like Hallmark card about it, man. Just one pedal at a time, dude. Go fast. And at the same time, like screw your pride, man. If you look outside and you're like, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, build yourself up to it, you know, man? And just be safe, dude. At the same time, this is like some of the chillest rides, man, have just been in like really quiet, snowy days. You know, you're listening to the Weaker Thens and you're like, yeah, this is dope, man. And you feel like a little bit kind of brave about it because you're like, not a lot of people are out here, you know? I'm no fair weathered biker, dude. I'm out here, man. It's cool. And being from Texas, man, God, nothing prepares you for it, dude. Chicago's harsh, man. It was raining like hell yesterday. It was awful. Now it's just like, you know, Norman Rockwell painting. It's awesome, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What advice would you give to someone who's new to biking in the city or maybe just biking in a city generally?
Yeah, man. Watch your ass. If you're gonna like start biking in Chicago, watch your ass. And if you're in an intersection like a four-way and there's a car next to you, and they're gonna turn right, they're not gonna look at you. They're really not. They're really, 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 really not. I was talking to someone in their mid-20s the other day, and they're kind of thinking about biking, and I was like, and they're like, it doesn't seem like it's something for the timid, and it's not. Like, you have to be aggressive. I don't mean be a jerk. I don't mean yell shit and like yell biker rights and all that, you know, dumb stuff. But I mean, if it's like, I yell at cars. I don't say fuck you and stuff. I say the word yo. That's my go-to phrase. I go, yo! And then, yeah, do I look insane for 2 seconds? Yes. But I'm alive and insane. And I'm not splattered on the ground, dude. And I've been in cars before, dude. And I don't mean to sound like a cynic, man, but 9 times out of 10, even when they don't look and even when they're negligent and even when it's absolutely their fault, they will blame the cyclist. They absolutely will. Don't assume that no one's on your side. If you're a cyclist and they're in a car, no one's on your side. They will, if you're on the ground bleeding, dude, they will say, how did you do that? Except for this one lady one time that I hit. She was a pedestrian and I had to brake and I crashed and then she gave me cookies and she drove me to the hospital. She was a nice lady.
Okay.
She was a nice lady. Yeah.
Well, let's actually talk about that a little bit then, because I think that's the thing people are most scared of is getting into an accident. And you kind of mentioned that.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about maybe one of your accidents and what happened or like how that felt?
Yeah. So if you are biking in Chicago and if you get hit by a car and you're not dead, God willing, right? They will blame you and they'll say, you look fine. They'll say, you look fine, you're okay. They'll keep saying things to make you think you're okay. You'll feel okay. That's the adrenaline taking care of your body. You are probably not okay. Do not talk to them. Call the cops. They'll say, we don't got to call the cops. Do not talk to them. Do not even acknowledge them, dude. Call the cops. Get that report. Get everything written down, dude. Maintain your composure. Do not get mad at them because then they'll start feeling like the victim too, man. However, if you don't feel like calling the cops or whatever, again, don't be timid, man. You got to be aggressive, dude. You got to be forward in this life, dude. Not even in like beyond the road, but it's like a metaphor for life, dude. If you were timid and passive in life, people are going to run over you on the road, literally, right, dude? So I tell people, make sure you're okay. Make sure you can walk. Get enough to cover the damages to your bike and get enough to cover about 3 months of rent. Yeah, just say, yeah, we don't got to call the cops, but let's take a walk to your ATM. There are sketchier things done every day, and like if that's what it takes to cover your own ass and your own finances, just do it. But that's a last resort thing. Always call the police, get that report done.
Yeah, and what happened in your case or one of your cases? Did you have to like go to court? Was there insurance claims or what did that look like for you?
Yeah, so the first time it happened was my first summer biking in Chicago, a long time ago, and a woman, she it's called getting doored, as you might know. So she was parked on the street. She opened her door, and I skid out of the road, and I, took a really nasty fall. And the first thing she said was, I didn't even look there. And I was like, yeah, I could tell you just opened your door, So I was young. I didn't know what to do. I only can impart this advice because I've done the opposite. I've made those worst decisions. And so I got her information and I got her insurance and she ended up paying for the damages to my bike, but I still had like a shitty elbow for a while and stuff like that too. So, be forward, but be nice about it.
Yeah.
Like don't make things worse. I was also just like, have you ever seen Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, right? Not as good as Ghostbusters 1, but in Ghostbusters 2, there's that pink slime, that's in the sewers.
Yeah.
And dude, like when they get the pink slime on them and they all turn into assholes.
Yeah.
And they're just like pushing each other and they're making fun and they're just mad at each other. It's like the worst sides of themselves are showing because of the pink slime, right? Do not let the pink slime get on you, dude. Do not let your worst sides of yourself, do not let the worst sides of yourself show because you feel victimized, because you feel attacked, and like a close call is close call. If they're fine and you're fine, keep biking.
Yeah.
There's no reason to make everyone's day worse because you want to feel vindicated and justified in like how wrong how wronged you are, man? No, dude, just be like, okay, am I in one piece? Are they in one piece? They're a stranger. I'm sure they have their own issues, their own problems. Don't let the pink slime get on you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm not a hippie either, man. Like, I say don't get the pink slime on you because I got the pink slime on me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it would suck, dude. I'm an actor. I was on my way to a show. I was 1 block away from the theater, dude. And this cat, like, he ran a stop sign. I was turning right, and he got out of his car and he yelled at me, and I was yelling at him. And his wife was in the car, and the wife was yelling at me, and I was like the worst. I was yelling all these curse words, and he was being the shittiest sides of himself. And I got to the theater, and everyone's like, "Dude, you all right?" And I wasn't all right. And here's the thing: I could have been all right, but I made that knee-jerk, foolish decision to just get mad.
Yeah.
Even though everyone was okay.
Yeah.
And later, I was just like, "Dude, I was an asshole for." I could have been in a better mood right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So just, don't let the pink slime get on you, man.
Yeah, that's some really good advice.
Yeah,
and I think that's I think it's because you get scared. I've been in those situations
dude, the adrenaline gets to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. I mean, like, I don't blame anyone for acting, really rageful in those moments. I get it, dude. But like, be a better version of yourself, man.
Yeah.
I sound like a real hippy dippy dude right now, but
I think that's a good. It's like you get close calls all the time.
Yeah,
and if
man.
you get angry
God.
every time,
yeah,
you're gonna have a bad day. Versus if you can go, okay, and maybe tell the person, hey, you almost hit me.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay. I'm okay. You're
Yeah.
okay. But like, please be careful.
Absolutely,
It can be
dude.
a positive, like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
experience versus like, they probably didn't walk away from that thinking I need to be more careful driving.
No, they're just like,
mad.
oh, all cyclists suck.
Yeah.
And dude, and one time, dude, I fucked up, dude, and like, I don't know, it was in an intersection, and this car almost hit me, and I biked up to that car at the next red light, and I apologized to that dude.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I knocked on his window, and he thought I was gonna like, kill him or whatever. I was like, no, I'm good, man. And his daughter was in the passenger seat, so I wanted to be nice, especially since there's a kid there. And I was like, hey, that was my fault. I messed up. I didn't curse because there's a kid there. I was like, I messed up, man. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to be safer. And he was mad at me, understandably. He was like, just try to be more careful. I was like, but the thing is, he was mad, and because I wasn't mad, because I wasn't full of rage, dude, his demeanor calmed down within a few seconds. And it's just like, both of us just took a breath. I had accountability for myself. We just went our separate ways, man. So just like, own up to your shit if you mess up, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. Cool. Well, we'll wait for that train for just a second. But I think those are all the questions I have. So is there anything else you want to say about your biking experience, or anything else you want to tell the people?
Dude, biking is the best, dude. It's just the best, dude. It's like, I can't imagine like relying on the trains and buses at my feet to get around, man. Have you ever been 25 in the summertime in Chicago? All these parties happening? Can you give me a paying for cabs and waiting for a bus like a sucker, like a goon? Nah, dude. Be like, this party sucks. Boom, on the bike. This other party sucks. Boom, on the bike. So you get to that rad rockin' party, dude. And then you're having a great time, dude. And also just like the culture of it all, man. Dude, I was at a grind crust punk rock show at West Town Bikes last night, dude. It's the culture, man. It's everyone just getting dirty and being like, yeah, I don't mind showing up sweaty. I don't mind getting my knees dirty, man. It's just the best thing to do. You breathe fresh air, you're using your body. Dude, one day I'm gonna be 90 years old, man. And I won't be able to do this, dude. And that will suck, dude. But until that day, dude, like I'm 40 years old right now, man. I still fucking enjoy it, man. It's the best thing to do. I can't imagine walking. Walking's too slow, dude. Walking's too slow. Waiting for the buses for nerds, man. Get on a bike, dude. Any child can do it. Well, you can do it too, man. It's the best. And yeah, it's dangerous. Totally. It can be totally dangerous and very like life-threatening at points. Who gives a shit? So what? At least you died doing something cool.
That is a morbid note to end on. But thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, dude.
Thanks for watching that interview. Subscribe to see more conversations with Chicagoans biking around their city, dropping every other week.